Good morning and welcome members of Higher Global International Team. Your expectation of an employee here is to conduct fluent business in other countries. My name is Shannon and I'll be introducing 3 other trainees as well as highlighting on today's meeting. The purpose of the meeting today is to conduct prosperous and effective business in the country of Greece. If you're unfamiliar, Greece is a southern European country just on the edge of the Mediterranean. You're very lucky to be invited to this historical country. It's rich in architecture, astronomy, poetry, landscaping ingenuities, and advanced agriculture, all brought to us by Alexander the Great and Aristotle. Now I ask you this question. Have you ever felt uncomfortable in the presence of another culture? Not the stereotypical or racial type, just those awkward moments. I'll give you an example. A couple years ago, I went to a Greek restaurant. Now, I was so excited to order one of those pitas with the meat and the vegetables and that amazing sauce. I made the mistake of calling it a gyro instead of a gyro. Very embarrassing for myself because I didn't know the language. Also, gestures. I was invited to a college friend's graduation party. All of her friends were there. I walked into the building and her family came running at me with open arms, hugging and kissing on me, and I was more of like standoffish. This is my space. I was uncomfortable with the gestures. Now, first impressions leave lasting impressions. Remember that. They are very preventable, and our goal here is to avoid any barriers that will hinder conducting business with Greece. Now we have 3 other trainees that are going to be discussing our key points of the culture of Greece. 2 in which are very credible sources because they have a personal relationship with the Greek culture. One is of Greek denomination and the other grew up in Europe. They'll be discussing etiquette, attire, how to be presentable and approachable, when and where to conduct business meetings, whether they're formal, informal, before or after hours. The significance of personal relationships with the Greek. Getting to know a little bit about themselves, the family, the community, in order to have the small talk before and after meetings to be most effective. Last but not least, Susan will be discussing our highlights of today's meeting, going over how we can be fluent in the culture of Greece and the credibility that we will have as having 2 very creditable sources as employees here to discuss with you how to have prosperous and effective business with the country of Greece. So without further ado, I introduce our colleague, John.